Hi guys, welcome to Rad's Retreat, my little home of wood turning. We're not in the shack today, we're actually in my kitchen. Been to my local wood turning supplies shop today, Turner's Retreat near Doncaster in the UK. Picked up a few items, well quite a few items actually, so I thought you might like a look at them. So we'll start off. We'll start up here. Some Web pads. These are the ultra fine ones, which is equivalent to about 1500 grit, I think. I do use them. I don't use the coarser ones, but I do use the ultra fine ones. These are the chestnut foam brushes. I always get a pack whenever I go. I have tried cheaper ones, but they never seem to perform like the chestnut ones, so it is a case where you get what you pay for. These are a little bit more expensive, but they do last longer and work better than the cheaper ones. Moving on, another stick of Liberon Wood Turners Carnauba wax. This is one of the best on the market, I think, Liberon. It's very hard. You do have to be a little bit careful on some of the softer woods, such as silver birch and massa birch, as it's that hard it can actually mark the wood. So, but it's a very, very, very good turner stick. Gives a lovely shine. Moving on again. Got a pen blank here. This was in the bargain bucket. It's a piece of thuya burr. Make a lovely pen blank. Or something else maybe, I don't know. Thuya burr's absolutely gorgeous wood. Really is. So, this was £2, so I thought I'd have that. Moving on. Here we've got some, another bottle of copper powder. These copper and brass powders I do use quite a lot of to fill small cracks and whatnot. They look very effective once they're polished up. That's copper powder. Here we've got brass powder. And then, now I do already have a bottle of aluminium powder. But, and you'll realise why I bought these bottles in a short while. I bought 2 extra bottles of that aluminium powder, so that makes 3 bottles that I've got now. And the reason why I did that is because I bought this video, which is metal inlay techniques for woodworking, wood turning and woodworking, by Ted Sokolowski. Now, the aluminium powder, what I'm hoping to do is carve some nice patterns into my work, put the aluminium powder in, put some super glue on it, leave it to dry, polish it up, and it should, with a little bit of luck, look like inlaid silver. Or that's the theory anyway. So I've got 3 bottles of that to go at now. So there we go. Got another video to watch. Bought another book, Wood Turning Projects. It's not so much that I didn't really want a book that told me how to wood turn. I already know how to do that. But I wanted a book. One problem I have is coming up with ideas of my own. I struggle to come up with ideas to make things, you know. Everything else I'm okay, but coming up with ideas I'm useless at. So I buy books like this that gives you ideas. Same with the magazines, you know, wood turning and American wood turning and stuff like that. I don't buy them to learn how to do things, I buy them because they give me ideas. Moving on, we've got a pack of chestnut safety cloths. Again, safety in mind, never use, you know, a material cloth, always use a paper cloth while you're at the lathe, for obvious reasons. Now then, I did go and I was going to get some U-Butte Triple E, but they didn't have none. But they did have some of this, and this is Dr. Kirk's Scratch Free Woodturner's Polishing Wax. Now, it should do the same job. It's basically a wax with a very fine abrasive in it, so should do the same job. I will check it out and do tests, obviously, and I'll let you know how it turns out. If it's as good as the Triple E, then I'll be very pleased. Every time I go, I tend to get a tin of this stuff, chestnut finishing oil. It's good oil, this. I've been using it ever since I started wood turning. A couple of coats and you'll get a satin finish, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8 and more coats and you'll get a gloss finish. Really is good stuff. I tend to put about 3 or 4 coats on an item and then finish it using the Beal buffing system, and it works really well. So I always tend to get a tin of this when I go there. And then I bit the bullet and I finally got myself a Robert Sorby 1¼ inch spindle roughing gouge. I have already got an 1¼ inch spindle roughing gouge, but it's a crown spindle roughing gouge, 1¼ inch, and it doesn't hold an edge as long as I would like. So I thought, pot it, while I'm here, I'll get a Robert Sorby one, so that's what I did. They had about 12 of these hung up, and I went through all 12 looking for the best handle, and this is the best handle I could find. It's ash, but it's actually got some olive ash in there, look, if you can see it through the plastic. It's a nice handle on it. Then we've got a couple of beading tools here. Now, I can flick beads, you know. I don't have to use beading tools, I can flick beads. I'm not the world's best expert at them, but I can do it. What these are handy for is doing beads to make an handle, you know, to make the gripping surface of an handle. So I got a couple of these. I got, what's this one? This one's a 3/16, and this one's 1/8 of an inch. So I got a couple of those. They're dead handy for making, you know, the gripping surface on an handle. Gives you that like, you know, where there's about 10 beads next to each other. Gives you that grip. Makes a good job of an handle. I don't know if you've ever tried it, but you can't really do it using a parting tool or a spindle gouge. It's hard to do. Whereas these, you can get them, you know, really close to one another. So I bought a couple of those. Right, that's some of the equipment I bought. And I bought a crap load of wood as well. Well, not a crap load. I didn't buy loads and loads and loads of pieces, but I did buy quite a lot. So in the next video I'm going to show you some of that. I hope you'll stick with it. Right, I'll catch you on the next video then, guys. Take care now. Bye bye.